So 315 times your hand. Equity now, crucially. That class. I'm with you now. Are we done? Ah, that's all. Okay. So the next one we'll be talking about now is, okay, let's get this equation, which is x open brackets x minus 1 dy dx minus x minus 2 y equals to x squared 2x minus 1. Go on to the next. Okay, first things first is that although it should be written in that format, and if it's not written in that format, if they like you and they don't want to stress you, they will specify. As if what they like you and they don't want to what stress you, they will specify. Not particularly, no. Particularly. Now, starting, all right. So from here, you find out that here, divide everything here. So first of all, find a way to make your dy dx stand alone, and I think the best way to do that is by what? Dy dx here is equal, minus what? X minus 2, or what? X open bracket, x minus 1, right? Right? Then y equals to x squared open bracket, 2x minus 1, divided by what? X open bracket, x minus 1, right? Then from here, I can now have dy dx equals, dy dx minus x minus 2 over what? X squared minus what? X. Are we together? x squared minus xy, then this is equal to x squared 2x minus 1 over x of bracket x minus 1. Then from here, you can see that my p of x, what is my p of x now? Let me say minus x minus 2 over what? X squared minus x. Are we together? And what's my q of x? My q of x is equals to what? X squared 2x minus 1 divided by x of bracket x minus 1. Are we together? Okay. Yeah, you can, but I don't want to for now. Now, what is my integrating factor? So what is integrating factor? Which is what? Exponential integral minus x minus 2 over what? X, what is that? X squared minus what? X. Then dx. I hope you know that everything here is the same thing as saying exponential minus ln of x squared, no, not 1 over 2, minus 1 over 2 ln of x squared minus x. Abi now? Abi? You don't know? Okay, now let's make sure that you know. So from here, differentiate x squared, what do I have? Differentiate x, what do I have here? 1. Abi now? Minus 1. Then from the one I have on top here. Wait, what do I have on top? Oh, no. Sorry, it didn't go that way. Okay, so how do I integrate this one then? Alright, how do we integrate this? How? Really? Alright, I think the easiest way to do this one is to let's bring out that equation and write it very well again. So for me, I can have integral of 2 minus x over what? X squared minus what? X dx, yes or no? Then if I split this one here, what do I have? I have 2 minus x over what? X of bracket x minus 1, right? And this one is equivalent to a over x plus b over what? X minus 1. Then 2 minus x here is equivalent to x of bracket x minus 1, which is what? A open bracket x minus 1 plus bx added by what? X open bracket what? X minus 1. And for me, you can have 2 minus x equals to a open bracket x minus 1 plus what? Plus bx. So opening this bracket, so you have 2 minus x equals to what? Ax minus a plus what? Bx. By comparing, so you can say that. So if I want to compare from this part here, I can, yes? Normal formula of integrating factor. Then after this, I cannot do this one. I cannot do this one normally. I cannot do this one normally. Like this one that I'm doing here. I can't do it normally. Like the other equations I've been doing. That's why I had to bring this one out like separately. I carried the integration out here separately to deal with the minus here. I've used the minus to open the bracket here to give you this. She gets. I've used the minus to open the bracket. Then so from here, what do I have? I can now have 2 minus x equals to what? Ax plus what? Bx minus a, yes? Then from here, if I compare like terms, I can say that minus 1 equals to what? A plus b. And I can say that minus a equals to what? 2. And a is equals to what? Minus 2. Then if a equals to minus 2, that means b is equals to what? 1. Abi now? Abi? Then I've gotten them, put them back here, so we can have integration of 2 minus x over x squared minus x dx to be equal to integration of what is that? So everything here is the same thing as saying minus 2 over x plus 1 over what? X minus 1. Then this one is the same thing as saying minus 2 ln x plus what? Ln x minus 1. Yes or no? By integrating this part, then after I'm done integrating with this part, then I can take this one to the other side, so I can have this one to be ln x minus what? Ln x minus 1. So definitely, so my integrating factor now will now be e. So instead of everything here, I've done everything here, and the answer was what? ln of x minus 2 plus ln of what? X minus 1. Then from here, what do I have? I have x 1 over x squared multiplying 1 over what? X minus 1. Yes or no? Let's look at it very well. Huh? Abi now? So your integrating factor here is not the same thing as 1 over what? X squared over what? X squared minus 1. Abi now? Okay, good. So from here, so what else do I do? I multiply my differential equation by what? By this answer. So what's my differential equation here? This is it, Abi? So I multiply that one, so I have dy dx minus what? X minus 2 over x open bracket x minus 1 y. Hold together. Now what is my, then multiply by what? 1 over x squared x minus 1 equals to what? Equals to x squared over what? 2x minus 1 divided by x minus 1 multiplied by 1 over what? X squared x minus 1. Then if I open this bracket, then I can have 1 over x squared x minus 1 dy dx minus x minus 2 over, I think this will give me what? X cubed x minus 1. I would get in it, please. It will be x cubed x minus 1. Then equals to x squared can cancel what? X squared here. Have you now? No. No, this one is not correct here. This one is supposed to be x minus 1. X minus 1. Equals to x squared 2x minus 1 over x minus 1 multiplied by x minus 1 over what? X squared. Then from here, then I can have x minus 1 over x squared dy dx minus x minus 2 over what? Over x cubed y equals to cancel out 2x minus 1 over what? Over x. And automatically I'll have to transfer to the next board. Please, do you understand why I had to clean this one here? I made a mistake here because this one here was not raised to power -1. So it was supposed to give us something like this. I hope you understand to this extent now. So I want to go to the next part. Then if I move from that last part, so I can say that everything in that last part there is equals to y multiplied by, please what's my integrating factor, please? My integrating factor is what? X minus 1 over what? X squared. Abi now? Equals to, Abi now? Okay. Then equals to, what do I have there? 2x minus 1 over what? What is there? 2x minus 1 over what? Over x. Then don't forget that this is what? D dx. Then so from here, multiply. So I have d open bracket, y multiplied by x minus 1 over x squared equals to what? 2x minus 1 over what? X. And everything multiplied by what? Dx. Then can I do what? Integrate both sides. Then here, what do I have? Integral d y open bracket x minus 1 over x squared. Integration of 2x over x minus 1 over x dx. And every x minus 1 over x squared equals to 2x minus ln x plus c. Then probably if I multiply everything by x squared, so I have y x minus 1 is equals to x squared open bracket 2x minus ln x plus c. Yeah, 2x over x. X will cancel x. Then you have 2. Which part? This one here. And now just use this, your integrating factor here, which is this, to multiply everything that is here now. X minus 1 multiply x minus 1 over x squared multiplied by this. This is what you will have here. This place here is the y dx now, minus x minus 2 over x open bracket x minus 1 y. If you use this one outside here to multiply everything inside this bracket, this is what you will have. This one here multiplied by the y will give you this. This one here, this x minus 1 and this x minus 1, it will cancel out. Then I have x cubed here. Then I have x minus 2 left y. Then this one cancel out will give us this. And everything here automatically gives you that answer that we have there. Yeah, this now 2x over x, x will cancel out. Now x will cancel out. You will be left with 2. So if you integrate 2 again, what will you have? 2x. You get? I'm waiting for some. Let me start. Alright, write fast, please. I'm waiting now. Are we done writing? Okay. So from this part now, this time around I have an IVP. Now let's solve. So first thing, I think this one is clearly written for us. We don't have to stress ourselves. So the only thing I have to do here is what? Let's find out what. So what's my P of x in this case? My P of x is what? 2 tan x. Are we together? And my Q of x here is equal to what? Sin x. Yes or no? Now once my integrating factor, my integrating factor is equal to exponential integral 2 tan x. Are we together? Dx. And I hope by now you should know that it's supposed to give you minus 2 ln cos x. Abi now? Abi now? Huh? You don't know? And now if you have tan, is what? Sine over cos. Then if you integrate this, minus cos now. Abi? Minus in cos, so that's how. So for me, if I put this one to the other side, so I can have this one to give me what? E ln of cos x squared. And my integrating factor here is what? Cos squared what? Cos squared x. So if cos squared x is my integrating factor, what else do I have to do? Multiply everything I have here by what? My integrating factor. So here I can have dy dx plus 2y tan x multiplied by cos squared x equals to sin x cos squared x. And from here you have what? Dy dx cos squared x plus 2y sin x over cos x multiplied by cos squared x equals to what? Sin x cos squared what? X. Then from here you have dy dx cos x plus what? 2y sin x cos x equals to what? Sin x cos squared what? X. Then from here everything becomes what? D dx of what? Y multiplied by what? Cos squared x. Please, are we following, please? I explained tan x. Yes, now the minus 2 here can come back here. Okay, should be 1 over. Thank you. It should be 1 over. Thank you. Then 1 over what? Cos squared x equals to sin x over cos squared x. Then here will give me 1 over, what is cos squared x, please? That will give me sec squared x dy dx plus, what would this one give me? 2y tan x sec squared x. Abi now equals to sin x over what? Cos squared x. Please, are you following? And everything becomes d dx of what? Y multiplied by what? 1 over what? Cos squared x. And everything here is sin x over what? Cos squared x. So from here you can have dy over cos squared x equals to sin x over what? Cos squared x. And everything here multiplied by 1 over, oh okay, I'm not multiplying anything here, multiplied by dx. Then integrate both sides. So if I integrate both sides, so what do I have? I have y over cos squared x equals to integration of sin x over what? Cos squared x dx. So from here, I think it's advisable to use substitution. That is, u here is equals to what? Cos x. Then du is equals to what? Minus sin x dx. And dx equals to what? Minus du over what? Sin x. And the other one here is what? Y over cos squared x is equals to integral of what? Sin x over what? U squared multiplied by minus du over what? Sin x. Everything multiply out here. You have y over cos squared x is equals to integral of what? Minus u raised by minus 2 dx. And I think here, how did that work? Okay, it's du, thank you. So from here, if you integrate this, what do I have here? I have y over what? Cos squared x equals to, now this one should give us what? 1 over u now. Yes or no? 1 over u now. Yes or no? Eh? Yes or no? You give it 1 over u now. Because if you integrate u raised by minus, you have u raised by minus 1 over minus 1. Then if you divide, minus will cancel minus on both sides, right? You give us this. Then from here, don't forget, what is your u here? Cos x. Abi now? So you have y over cos squared x equals to what? What is this one now? 1 over what? Cos x plus what? C. Yes or no? Yes or no? So I think it's better you write it as this. Y sec squared x equals to what? Sec x plus what? Plus c. Are we together? Are we together? And I might have wished to stop here, but unfortunately I can't stop here. And this one I can't stop here is because I have a what? I have a condition there. So putting that condition back here. So what does the condition mean? The condition says that y is equals to 0 when x equals to what? Pi over 3. And what is the meaning of pi over 3, please? Pi over 3 is what? 180 divided by 3, which is what? 60. So let's do that here. So what is my y here? I have 0 sec squared 60 sec 60 plus what? C. Automatically everything gives me what? 0. So what is sec squared 60? What is sec squared 60? I mean sec 60, Jerry. It's giving me what? 2 plus c. And I can say your c is equals to what? Minus 2. Do you know why sec 60 is giving us 2? Because normally cos 60 is what? 1 over 2. And sec is what? Inverse of cos. So that is going to be 1 divided by 1 over 2, which is the same thing as what? 2. Then since I've gotten my 2, so I can say that my differential equation is what? Y sec squared x is equals to sec x minus what? Minus 2. That's my final answer. Or better still, if I want to do it very well in a way I can understand, then I can have all of this one here. So if I divide, I hope you know that if I divide everything by sec, what will happen? I have y equals to what? I mean, do you know that 1 over sec x is the same thing as what? Cos x minus what? Cos squared x. Abi now? Did you get what I do? What I did was, you know that sec squared was already 1 over cos squared. If you divide everything here by that, know that this will be sec x over what? Sec square x, which will give us what? Sec x, or 1 over sec x. And 1 over sec x is the same thing as what? Cos x. Then minus, this one will be what? 2 over what? Sec square x. And anything over sec square x is the same thing as saying that thing as what? As cos square x. Are we together? This is my what? My final answer. Do you understand? Do you understand? Do you understand? Okay. One more question and we'll move on. One more question, I will move on. One more question. All right. All right. Okay. Projects. My cortex. So let's look at this question. So looking at this question, what do we have? So that means, first of all, what's your P of x? P of x is what? Cot x. And your Q of x here is equals to what? Cos x. Alright. So I think so I can now have my integrating factor equals to what? Exponential integral of what? P, sorry, which is not that, which is what? Cot x dx. Then by this, my integrating factor here should give me exponential ln sin x. Abi now? Because cot x is what? Cos x over sin x. And if you differentiate sin x, what do we have? I have cos x. Do you understand? At the same time, so what do I have here? So I have my integrating factor here is equals to what? Sin x. And so from your sin x, what is next thing that you do? Next thing that you do is what? You multiply all of your equation there by what? So I multiply all of my equation by what? By sin x. So what's my general equation here? So here I have that will be dy dx. I will together plus y cot x. I will together multiplied by what? Sin x equals to what? Sin x cos x. Then from here I can have what? Sin x dy dx plus now y cot is the same thing as saying cos x over what? Sin x multiplied by what? Sin x, which is equals to what? Sin x cos what? Cos x. Then from here, what do I have? I have sin x dy dx plus what? X is equals to what? Sin x cos x. So are we getting it, please? Alright, good. Then from here, I told you that everything here automatically becomes d dx of what? Y multiplied by, what is my integrating factor there? Sin x. And from here, what do I have here? I have sin x cos what? Cos x. Then from here, you have d open bracket, y multiplied by what? Sin x. I will together equals to what? Sin x cos x multiplied by what? Dx. And from here, I do what? I'll integrate both sides. So by integrating both sides, what do I have? Integral d open bracket what? Y multiplied by what? Sin x equals to what? Integral sin x cos x dx. Then what will I have here? At the end of the day, I'll have what? Y sin x. So now how do I differentiate sin x cos x? How do I differentiate sin x cos x? How do I differentiate it now? Guys, you never cease to amaze me. Put u is equals to sin x. Then du here is equals to what? Cos x dx. And your dx here is equals to what? 1 over what? Cos x. Yes or no? Then coming back up here, what do I have here? I have y sin x is equals to integral. I have, what is my sin x there? U multiplied by cos x. Then what is my dx, which is what? Du. Du over what? Cos x. Cancel out. Then you have y sin x equals to what? U squared over 2 plus c. Then what's your u here? So your answer is what? Y sine x equals to what? Sine squared x over 2 plus c. Divide both sides by what? By sine. You have y is equals to sine x over 2 plus c sine x is power minus 1. That's what you have. So by differentiating that part. So this is what you have. If you like, you can choose to multiply everything you have here by 2 if you like. But that's what you have. So that will bring us to the end of linear differential equation. Yeah? I got this thing sin x. Cot is cos over sine. Integration. This part here. Okay, from this part here, integration cancel d, cancel out. Then you have this. Then to integrate this, I used by substitution. Now equals to sin x, then continue. All right, so the next time we'll be dealing with, so let's continue with, so the other type, which is Bernoulli. Should we go on? Yeah, let's go on, Bernoulli. Huh? This one? Okay, sorry, let me... Bernoulli. Look as if you can, look like a song you can play with. Abi now. Bernoulli. Let's write something on the board, Joe. So now we're dealing with Bernoulli. So Bernoulli is other, you can, you know it as Bernoulli, or you write it as equation reducible to exact. How am I saying exact? I said exact, this is probably like 3 or 4 times today. So it is an equation reducible to a linear differential equation. Now how do you recognize Bernoulli? Now Bernoulli are written in this format. They're always written in this form, which is dy dx plus p of x y equals to q of x y to the power of what? N. That's how they're always written. Abi you are tired, didn't you? Yes, and I said it. If you are tired, you are a lazy fellow. Let's continue. From here. Are we together? Okay. So now let's get the working principle from it. Now, first thing, you know that unlike what I have in this format, okay, I've cleaned it off. You know that in your linear format, what you had there was just dy dx, which is equals to p of xy, and q of x alone. But Bernoulli is adding, what is it called? Is adding y to the power of n to his own share. Now, how do I do it? Whenever you have something like this, make sure that you divide everything here by what? Y to the power of n. Divide everything by y to the power of n. So what do I have here? I have y raised to power minus n. Are we together? Then dy dx. Are we together? Then plus what? Px as p of x. Or let me just leave it as p. Or p of x is better. Then here, do you know that if I'm dividing y by y raised to power n, what will I have? I will have y raised to power 1 minus n. Yes or no? Which is equals to, what is this now? Q of x. Are we together? Then so from here, you can now say that let z equals to y to the power of 1 minus n. Let z equals to this. Then if z equals to this, then the only thing I'll have to do here is to, what is it now? Differentiate both sides with respect to x. Now, let me move upwards so that I can put it people that are at the back. And from here, we have z equals to y to the power of 1 minus n. So as I said, differentiate both sides with respect to what? To x. So what do I have there? I have dz dx equals to, if I differentiate this one here, I hope you know that it should be 1 minus n, open bracket, y to the power of minus n, dy dx. Yes or no? Because this 1 minus x will come to the front first. Then what do I have? Subtracting here, a minus. This is what I will have. Now, if you observe, that the only thing that makes this equation here different from what I have here is by what? 1 minus n. The only thing that makes this thing here different from what I have here is what? 1 minus n. Yes or no? That is the only thing, because this one here has y raised by minus n dy dx. This one also has what? Y raised by minus n dy dx. So the only thing that makes it different is this what? 1 minus n. So I can now say that multiply, what is this fine boy here? Let me call this fine boy here to be equation, let me give it equation 1. So like I said, I multiply equation 1 by what? 1 minus what? N. Then if I do that, what will I have here? I will have what? 1 minus n y raised by minus n dy dx. Are we getting this piece? Then plus 1 minus n multiplying p of x y raised by what? 1 minus n. Are we together? Equals to what? 1 minus n multiplying what? Q of x. Are we together? Then you notice that everything here and everything here is the same thing. Yes or no? Then I can say that everything here is the same thing as what? Dz dx. Are we together? Plus 1 minus n p of x. And this p of x, don't forget that I said earlier on that anywhere I see y to the power of what? 1 minus n, what's the answer there? Z. I can now say that this is giving what? Z, which is what? 1 minus n q of what? Q of x. So for me, I can now follow linear solution. So now if I want to solve this, then how will I do it? First thing I have to do is what? My p of x. No, now. This is class work, fine boy. Let's work it together. Then as I've said, usually what will happen